What we found over time is that for the most part, mutual perceptions between India and the United States are relatively positive. Even during the Bush era, during a period in which America got pretty negative ratings around the world, they were mostly positive in India. And when we've asked questions in the past in the United States about India, those have been pretty positive as well. Americans want to trade more with India. Americans say that the U.S. can trust India in our dealings with that country. So for the most part, it's a positive picture, although of course there are issues that are challenges involved with that relationship too. Well, one issue that of course comes up in sort of any discussion about India is the India-Pakistan relationship. And what we see when we ask about how America approaches that issue in India is that most Indians think that either the U.S. tends to favor India or is fair in dealing with the Indian-Pakistani conflict. So that's a real positive for the U.S. in terms of Indian public opinion. Now when we ask similar questions in Pakistan, it's very different. Pakistanis tend to say that the U.S. favors India over Pakistan, and that's one problem for the U.S. in Pakistan. One of many. The U.S. of course faces a lot of challenges in Pakistan, and anti-Americanism is very common there. Well, of course, a lot of discussions about India revolve around its economic growth over the last decade. Now, right now, the Indian economy is not doing quite as well as it has been, but it's, of course, often characterized as a rising power and a rising economic power. So it's interesting that we don't see the kind of negative views about India that we often do about China among the American public. The Chinese are seen as an economic threat to the United States. I'm not sure we really see that in terms of India. Most Americans say, for example, they want more trade with India. They don't say that about China. Now, if India, continues over the next few years to expand its economy, take on a bigger global role in the economy, and it's potential that people will see India as an economic threat in the way that they often think about China now. But I'm not sure we see that yet in terms of public opinion.